was your like accommodations like living over there?
So 700 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and a domestic helper's quarter, which is like a maid there.
Oh.
So that's like
Who lived with you?
I mean, we didn't have one, but a lot of people do have domestic helpers. They're typically from Indonesia or the Philippines.
Even in a 700 square foot apartment, you would have someone
Even smaller than that, and like their room would be maybe the size of this table, and that'd be big.
Yeah. It's literally just like a bed.
Yeah, and then like ours had a wet bath, so it's a shower toilet combo.
Right. Yeah.
No AC, and that's like a nice place for like them.
Yeah.
And some people have these domestic helpers, and they have to sleep on the kitchen floor.
No way.
Yeah, or even like smaller, but they never have a AC unit or anything like that. And it's like it gets hot and humid in Hong Kong.
I can imagine.
But the thing that sucked for them is they have to work 6 days a week, and essentially it's like a form of modern day slavery.
I was gonna say this sounds a lot like a modern slavery setup.
So they get paid, I think it's like $600 a month, like US, which isn't much.
No, not at all.
And a lot of that's going back to their home country because they have families like kids and things of that nature there.
So this would be like mom moves to Hong Kong to get a job as a domestic helper to send money back to her family.
Yeah, it's like the same way with people coming from, say, Mexico over here and like working and
that's
sending
true,
money back as well. But and you know, there a lot of those people that don't have their green card are probably getting screwed on how much they're getting paid here as well, as far as that goes. But
would that be like undocumented type of immigration in Hong Kong?
No, so there's like companies that solely bring them in. They have housing for them.
Whoa.
In case. So essentially they like recruit them. You come here. They provide like housing, like a room with like bunk beds.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of dependent on if a lot of them will live with who they are employed by because they do all the cooking. They do all the cleaning. They're responsible for the child.
Whoa.
And so
live-in nanny vibe, like
so 6 days a week they work.
Yeah.
And typically they're off on Sundays. So like if you go out on Sundays, like that's not the day that you want to go out to the park or the promenade, which is like along the harbor because that's their day off. Like they go out there and like put out tents. It's like
everyone's out.
Yeah, and they're that's like only social time that they get to have.
Dang.
So but you'll see them start going out like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And like setting up and like
trying to enjoy as much as they can. Dude, that just shows you how many different types of ways there are to live in this world. That is, I can't imagine.
Yeah, like that. 700 square feet in Hong Kong is huge.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So that's probably, I think, roughly around 40,000 HKD, which would be...
Oh, yeah, how much US would that be a month?
Around a little under 6,000 US a month.
Whoa.
So Hong Kong is the most expensive
Dang it,
place.
Raleigh, you could have like the top spot for that.
Yeah, so it's and this was not even in the central like the CBD like area or near like where everything is popping off.
There's even
Yeah, so there's like this is like in a more upcoming area, but there's still like a lot of old like factories and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Now you move to like the central to get something as nice as what we were living in.
Yeah.
You're 10,000 US.
Dang.
And there's people that are paying like so there's the peak that overlooks like where you can see down Hong Kong Island.
Oh yeah.
And you can see across to the dark side. And you see the harbor, but on the peak, easily 100,000 US or rent people are paying for.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's a lot of really wealthy people in Hong Kong and then a lot of very poor people.
Extremes.
So it's not uncommon for a family of 5 or 6 to live in a 300 square foot flat or apartment. And like people like sharing beds type situation.
You'd have to.
So, but here's the other thing too. When you live in a place like that where there's lots going on, you don't need something big.
You said that to me before, actually. Like, you spent so much time out and about, I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, if you really think about it, like where we live
yeah.
is just a place to store useless stuff. Like, think about all the stuff you have.
It's like a storage unit.
Yeah, I mean, that's essentially it. Like, what do you really need a couple thousand square foot place to live?
Yeah.
Like, if you look at your closet, like, how much stuff do you actually wear?
Yeah.
Or like, you go through, like, how much stuff do you actually use here?
Oh, you're 100% right about that. Yeah.
And it's like, man, we got so much stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like,
if I didn't see this, or like, and you remembering stuff you haven't seen for like 8 months, like, oh, I had this thing. And you're like, did I really need this thing in this closet? Like,
yeah. So it's like, you really don't need that much.
Oh,
so,
yeah.